Yo, what up? It's Max.
It's RJ.
And you're listening to Streaming Cassettes.
With just us.
Just us. Just us two. I hope you like it. If you don't, no, I'm kidding. Like, please stay. Please stay.
Okay, it's bugging. The mouse is on my nipple.
Okay, that's fair. So this is so weird. We're so used to like hyping up somebody and saying this is like the most exciting episode of all episodes. It is. It's always going to be the most exciting episode, but we're excited that we're doing just us. And the reason is that this week, as you're watching, we're doing it before the holiday. You're going to watch after, but it's Valentine's Day. And so why should I do a show with anyone else but RJ, the one I love? Because we're talking about love and breakups.
We haven't done that.
Leave. No, just kidding. No, so we're going to do our favorite breakup and love songs, not in a countdown. We're not going to hurt your head. It's kind of like if I had like little Vanna White action, be like, maybe I'll do is like the effects. Love, a discussion. Let's get into our love and breakup songs.
Okay, whatever.
I feel like it. But before we do, remember, we are part of Wingman of the Year, as seen by that logo. So check out our website for blogs, merch, and our shows. We got the videos. We just did a great interview with Mike Felker from Convictions. We also have our boy Jaron on there and Nick Granchamp. Those are like the last three we just knocked out that were like fire episodes. So definitely go check those out. And RJ has a shirt that he's worn the last 2 weeks, Deathcore Vegan. If you support that, 1% of the proceeds will go to him buying people on the street carrots.
Yes.
We're just going to makeshift a charity, 501c3, that shit. He's going to give people carrots. Just carrots. No, any vegetables. If somebody needs some veggies, we will give them veggies. So
go up to a homeless person and be like, what kind of veggies you like? Be like, I don't care. I just want some food, man. And they say, they're actually friendly here. They're not like weird. They're like, I just need some food. Okay.
Yeah, we got happy homeless people.
Yeah, pretty much.
So shout out
no homeless energy.
Yeah, no homeless energy. All right. So we kind of are going to do this love song discussion as like an open-end discussion. Open. You know what's one observation I gathered from our list before we dive in? That while we may have a mixed feelings about this genre, they do the best love songs. I just said the words. Country music. They have the best country songs. No, country music does awesome love songs.
Yes.
Like kiss, sucker you in, make you cry a little. Yeah. Funny, I don't like listen to a ton of country, but my mom was always in the country, my stepdad when I grew up as a kid. And actually my wedding song was a country song, which was Hunter Hayes' Wanted.
Ooh.
You can judge me. It's fine. It's just a special song for me and my wife. But there's so many. So that was kind of the biggest weird takeaway I took. I don't know. What's some of your takeaways from this?
That is a good observation that country songs have country songs.
Yes. That's something you put on a tombstone, fellows.
Fellers?
You want BTS? Fuck it, BTS. We just did an hour of live streaming on TikTok and Instagram for Wingman of the Year. We talked to Hunter. Still there. It's probably still on there if you want to watch it. And then on top of that, right as we started recording, I'm going to try to splice it, but my brother called and I haven't heard from him all week. And him and his buddy Brad from Two Man Embassy, they were actually making a like little studio setup with a green screen. So we did that for 15 minutes. So we've talked a lot. So if I'm going to slur my words, it's not because I'm slizzard off the drink.
He's not.
It's called I'm talking too much and my jaw's just broke. So anyway. But yes, what's some of your observations from the love songs?
I will say that. I have Lone Star Amazed on here.
Fire.
They have a song. What the freak? I'll be there. No, I'll be there. I'm already there.
Yes.
Whew. God, that gives you a lump in your throat every time you hear it. You even know what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell is that?
That's one of my dogs whining, trying to come in.
I heard was.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, this is the BTS episode, everybody.
Oh God, this is a train wreck of an episode. Oh man. But yes, no, Lone Star has some fire tracks, but I'm Already There is really good.
I don't know what it's about. Like, it's a dad. Does dad die? Is it the military, which they have dedicated that song to?
Mm-hmm.
What's it about? Is it a ghost?
Another song, country-wise, I think is really crazy or really good.
It might be crazy.
It might be crazy too. Just to See You Smile by Tim McGraw.
Okay.
Let's go into this one.
When you messaged me your songs, I was like, oh man, I forgot about that song. I don't know. It's just, I listened to it, dude. I listened to it yesterday. I'm just like, I don't know. You guys have to listen to it. It's hard to explain. Everything just works so well on that song. It's just hard to explain. Like drumming's fast, but like the melody's slow. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goat song. How about that?
It's a goat song. It is. I don't know why, and I'm not whipping out the Tim McGraw catalog all the time. Mm-hmm. But whenever I hear that song, I think of so many emotions. I just think of like, it's well done. It reminds me of like, I was kind of speaking about earlier on our live stream, and actually you can see from the pennant over there, I lived in Idaho for 5 years, and it just reminds me of going out west and like living out there with my mom, my stepdad when I was younger, and just that, and along with, well, now they're the Chicks, but they were the Dixie Chicks. But anyway, that's another group. They have some love songs, and it's weird. We'll get to them in a second. But yeah, that Tim McGraw song, it's so good. And obviously people know him for like Live Like You Were Dying and other tracks. He's a great singer. Like if you're in the country music, he's great. And that's actually the kind of country I can like, I don't want to say respect. I'm not going to disrespect bro country, but admire. I admire the songwriting of like 90s country songs. I feel like there was like this more original, like, I don't know. It felt more like, okay, what you're listening to is real to that genre. Not so much of a hybrid. And obviously hybrids can be fun, but it's nice to listen to a pure version of something. But yeah, no, it's just a really good love song, but they're great songs structurally too. I feel like the way the keys are, like the key of the melody and just like how the hook's made. I don't know. I don't, like you said, I don't know what the sauce is on that song, but it works.
I mean, the slide guitar is pretty sick, but you know, slide guitar's in every country song ever written. So
right.
That's a joke, by the way. It's not true. But most country songs have slide guitar. But I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know, it gets there every time. It's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Tim is a great songwriter, and he's had some songs written for him. He's written songs for other people. Like you said, like something in the 90s for country was like, I don't know, it was just, everything was just pure.
Yeah, like Shania Twain had some hits.
He's married to Faith Hill.
Yes, yeah,
Still,
Tim McGraw.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
together.
Breathe is a really good song. I mean, some people think it's a little overplayed, but it was a good song. Leanne Rimes, Strawberry Wine.
Yes.
Oh, hot you. I can go the whole hook on that. It's just crazy. Like, so actually my, like the mother song, Sun Dance or whatever at your wedding, was I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. That's another good one. That's like a good like parent one. But yeah, no, I was gonna say about the Chicks, the Dixie Chicks, trying to be, I don't know. It's 2021. I don't know, whatever. If you know them, you know them. The reason I get emotional to their songs, so they remind me of like my mom, and I don't say like past tense, she's still alive, but like she lives in New Mexico. So like as far as like having the normal like family unit I see all the time, unless it's once a year kind of thing, I haven't had that in like 13 years. So I sometimes go in these like memory lanes. I choke up about it because it's like, oh, it reminds me of like simpler times. But Cowboy Take Me Away is a song that will get me. I was in here like legit, like you said, the throat. Just like I was like, not that the song is like really in depth with that, but it just brings all those memories back. And I actually like their cover of Landslide. Now, obviously, it's not the original Janis Joplin. I get it, but I just, yeah, Janis Joplin sang the original Landslide, right?
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, was this? It's not Janis Joplin. I knew Stevie Nicks did too, but Janis didn't have one, did she?
I will look it up. So I
don't sound like a total ass.
Yes.
Because if I do, I sound really horrible on a music show saying that Janis Joplin had the original Landslide. I know Stevie Nicks did. Now, was that Stevie Nicks solo, or was that Fleetwood Mac?
Fleetwood.
It was Fleetwood? Okay.
No, that looks like it's by Stevie Nicks.
Okay, so Janis Joplin.
Say, she died pretty young. I don't think she...
Oh, God.
Here we go again. It's okay. It's been a long night.
it's just like the time I ruined the answer to Prism of the what was that Dark Side of the Moon for Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
and I thought it was, but in my defense, when they said it, I said The Wall, which is their previous album. It wasn't like I said Thriller or something that was like totally off kilter with the brand. Not that I'm listening to much Pink Floyd, and mind you, that's a whole nother thing. Like, if I don't listen to a ton of something, it's just more of like I didn't grow up in that era, so I haven't really dove into that catalog. Like The Clash, I'll be honest, I haven't really listened to a bunch of London Calling, but I did skim through it after our episode with Nick because I was like, they're like, I'll just say it, we're an adult show. They're freaking jizzing over this album. So I'm like, well, fuck, I should probably figure out what's so cool about it. And actually, there was some really good guitar riffs. So we'll get back to that someday. But yeah, it happens like that. Okay, back to love songs. I feel like there's one song I gave you. You probably thought, what the fuck? Why did I give you that song? It makes no sense with all the rest of them.
I Want It All.
Not one?
Yeah, I Want It All by Old Town.
Oh,
that's
that
the
one?
I laughed at. Yeah, that's the one I laughed at.
That one, actually, I thought that was good. I thought you were going to say Drunk in Love by Beyonce.
I get it. You can be so in love that you're like, hey, babe, and you have no drinks, but you're so high on something. This is getting cheesy.
No, the reason I picked that song is that song reminds me of like, if you're like 4 or 5 drinks in the club and you just want to go hard in the paint with somebody, like more hookup status, not to get too graphic, but like, that's just one of those songs you're like, okay, I feel like I'm a baller, feel like I'm a player, and I got shorty in the club, bottles full of dub. Oh my God, this is going to be so ADD. Is Lollipop a love song? A little wait.
I mean, could be.
I mean, they said in our live stream that Baby Got Back and WAP were love songs. So if they are, might as well be Lollipop too. But
not sponsored.
Yeah, Recall. Please be a sponsor.
That would be awesome sponsor.
I would love Recall to be a sponsor.
It's winter in Vermont, and everybody, my hands, my throat, everything's just dry.
Oh, if we had some HD, this is really dry. Okay.
At least it's not 240.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, at least it's 720p. You know, it's technically high def, but not 1080 or 4K. We are going to get a webcam probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're just saving up some monies. I got a gift card, and it's probably $200 for the camera I want. We will get it, and it's going to look beautiful in here. So thank you for dealing with us for the last 17, 18 episodes.
Be able to see my red hair. There's red hair in there.
There is red hair, and I got some grays in my beard.
Me too.
So by episode, that's a good goal. This is episode 18. By episode 20, I'd like to have a webcam. So just give me some time. Give us some time here.
That means every 10 we have to upgrade something.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. But
well, my brother got a green screen. We might as well get that too. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, shit, we don't have to paint
my idea that I had. I'm not going to say it. I'll say it off air. That might help with the green screen. I'm not telling you what it was.
Okay.
Or what it is. 2-3 years. That's coming though.
Okay.
Max knows what it is.
God. So yeah, with love songs, Drunk in Love, I thought was like the weirdest one. Okay, so why the O-Town hate? Since you're gonna dive in.
No, it was like so random. Like, why this one?
Because I remember dancing to. Okay, you want to know the backstory?
Yes.
Okay, so this because I want all O-Town, right? They came to Rutland, Vermont, mind you.
That's how you know you're not Backstreet.
Yeah, you in Rutland, Vermont. You know, it was O-Town with Aaron Carter for the opening, and then he was on like some drug binger at the Walmart in Rutland. And if you know the Rutland Walmart, you know that's some low of lows. Not knocking the Walmart or people getting jobs, but the Rutland Walmart is really tiny and it's stuck in 1992. And that fucker needs to become a super Walmart because it's just, okay, we're doing it. Walmart is fine. It has its pros, it has its cons. I know the workers don't get treated. I get all that. Let's ignore that for this simple conversation. Walmart's fine. But in order to have a Walmart exist, I feel like you need a certain amount of space to like be okay mentally, right? It's like kind of like going to the bathroom, right? You need enough leg room on the toilet to drop a squat. Like you just need space. Certain things need a certain amount of space to exist and you be happy and comfortable. The Rutland Walmart is way too small for the experience of what a Walmart is. The Rutland Walmart is what I would expect if I want to go into like a Dollar General That's the real estate I'm thinking. Like, okay, it's like a really big Dollar General, not a Walmart.
It's a Kmart.
Yeah, it's like what a Kmart used to be. It literally was. It used to be Kmart in the 80s, and then when they moved to the mall, okay, you don't even know about the Rutland shopping history.
I tell you this, Super Walmart in Bennington is amazing.
My wife loves it. She went a couple weeks ago. She actually wants to go shopping there Sunday.
It's great.
Why does Bennington have nicer stuff than Rutland?
We go to Lake George an hour away, and they have a super one.
They have two super Walmarts.
Oh, they have two.
Yeah, Queensbury and Glens Falls. They have like two.
Yeah, the Bennington one's super nice. Lots of room. Feeling overwhelmed? Go to freaking toy section. It's like, oh, okay.
Right? You need breathing space at a Walmart. And that's not loving yourself if you have a small Walmart.
Just go ahead and love yourself.
Yes. Yes, Justin Bieber. Is that a breakup song or a love song?
Well, see, Ed Sheeran wrote it, so.
Probably a love song.
Yes.
Okay, so take all this back, Aaron Carter. Old Town. So my Old Town story. 2002, I lived in Old Town, Maine. Old Town. But that's not why I brought it up. So there was this girl I had a crush on in the 7th grade. Actually, I had a few, but anyway, this.
What's her name? It's okay.
Crystal with a K.
She's a hot one then. It's okay. It's okay. After all these songs last night, my fiance and I, we looked up my
your old crushes
and girlfriends, and she did the same.
And razzed on them.
No, we're just like, oh, okay. I razz on some of the guys though, because I'm like, I know your type. That's not your type.
Sometimes you gotta experiment though.
Yeah, it's okay.
But anyway, yeah, there was this girl named Crystal, and throughout the year, I think we like kind of, I guess, not understanding how flirting worked at 12 years old, but we did that version of it. And I had a date with a couple of girls. Like I had like, middle school relationships, people, like you hold your hands, things got serious, like calm down. But anyway, I got dumped on Valentine's Day. It's the only time I've ever been dumped on Valentine's Day to a girl named Regina. I remember it was at the Valentine's Day dance. I bought her a stuffed dog and some chocolate. And I got dumped. So I gave my sister Lily the dog. So, she liked it at the age of 2. But anyway, it was at the end of the year. I knew I was going to move because my stepdad got a job in New York and we ended up moving to Hoosick Falls. And this was kind of like the year-end dance. And me and this girl were kind of like, I think knew because I was leaving. She knew. And I was like, we have to like have a slow song. We never had one. We like, how you like, you have that person you like, we never got to test the waters out. And mind you, this is 12 years old. Let's contextualize this. So a slow song is like making out, whatever, you get it. So we danced, and the song that we danced to was "Cause I Want It All" by O-Town. And I remember being like, and you listen to the words, like nothing at all. Like it's literally like this love breakup song thing. And it fit the vibe then, because I was like, damn, like this person's really nice and cool. And normally if I was going to 8th grade, I'd probably have a swing at it. But I'm peacing out. This is before you had like cell phones at the age of 12. Like cell phones existed, but they were black and white Nokia you played Snake on. Like I didn't get a phone for like another 3 years. And so that was the song that reminded me of it. So that's why it's on my list of love songs. Is it like the greatest love song? No. But does it have a hell of a story? Yeah. So that's why. So
I mean, the chorus is great, but the verses aren't that good.
No, the only thing that's really good about the verses is like I like how the melody structure is like da, da, na, na, na. It has like a riser effect. But that's the thing. I feel like I like when it comes to songs, I get more excited with like when I hear lyrics, they go like how it sounds instrumentally versus what the hell they're actually saying. So yeah, I got a really random long explanation to an O-Town track. I feel like O-Town's never had that much of a deep dive on anything.
No, because they released 2 albums and then a random one 2017, and then they thought, oh, Backstreet Boys are coming back. Let's come back, and nobody cared.
I mean, they probably got some checks, but not as many.
No.
I'm trying to think of like one that you had on your list. I was like, what the heck is that?
Oh, please tell me.
Okay. Let me find my list. Oh, Hunter's doing some stuff on the website.
Hunter's CEO, so he does a lot of stuff.
The CEO is just like typing away. So I need to find your list of
if you copy it into notes, it's much easier.
But you sent me a picture. You did not send me notes. You sent me screenshots of the pictures.
Oh.
There's different ones I've heard before. Oh, You by Breaking Benjamin. That was a breakup song, but that was definitely something I was like, oh, this is definitely a little more. I wouldn't have realized it was a breakup song.
It was for me.
Okay.
I mean, but I could see when it's like the middle kind of thing. Very emotional song. The first time I heard it, I'm like, oh, that's deep.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like heavy, but like I'll be honest. Sometimes when you listen to a song the first time, you don't get every lyric, so I feel like that kind of happened for me. But yeah, that was one I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we mentioned on the live, but she says I did not realize was sung by Howie Day. So that
great
was
song.
Yeah, that's a great song.
There's two versions, and I'm glad Spotify has the right version with just him singing.
It was the other version.
It has drums and shit and bass, and just it doesn't work.
Oh,
but
wow.
with him and just the guitar, perfect.
Interesting.
You really get the emotion.
That makes sense. It kind of reminds me of My Immortal by Evanescence.
Yes.
Like the more stripped down version with the crazy part at the end is much better than like the one that's like more orchestrated with everything. Like it just neuters the song, in my opinion, when it's like too much. And then you know what song I never heard, and I was curious why you told me this one versus like the recorded session one is Pushing Me Away by Linkin Park.
Yes.
You told me to listen to the live one, which I found. What is there a difference between the live and the recorded session?
There is. So Pushing Me Away, there's the regular version, hybrid.
Yeah.
Which just it doesn't have the emotional effect that I get from it. It's still emotional, but the way he does it in Live in Texas is he takes the Reanimation album, the remix album, and they kind of like put both of them together. So you get the verses of, when I look into your eyes, I see nothing. That's not in the original version. Like that's just in the live versions and the Reanimation. So that's why I picked that one.
Okay.
So there's extra verses.
Because I saw when you wrote that, and I know if you wrote it, that means like it was meant to listen to that because you wouldn't have wrote that in the first place. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I guess you have a point that Circles is a breakup song.
It is, and it was a personal one. And I heard it one day at work. I'm like, oh, I never thought. Oh my God! Wait a minute. This describes somebody I know, like perfectly. I mean, we're not going to go into details. Unless it's kind of funny. Like yours is kind of funny, silly, middle school shit.
Right. That's great. Why I don't mind bringing it up.
Yeah. Adult stuff, that's more personal stuff. But yeah, no, I heard that. I've heard that song many times. And then I heard that one day just at work and it just clicked. Like, holy crap.
Okay, here's one question I have. Why did you pick Remember Us This Way from all the songs from A Star Is Born?
That one I really liked because at the time, Aubrey and I were not living together. I was couch hopping with her. I was living at my parents at the time. So it was kind of like the leaving, like, oh, we're leaving. I'm leaving again for like a few days again. So that's why I picked that one. Because even though it says Remember Us This Way, and it kind of sounds like a one night stand, but it's kind of not. It's kind of, it's hard to explain. If you saw the movie, you would know what I mean.
I feel like a lot of people did, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple lyrics in there that I'm like, ooh, that's sappy.
No, that one was good. I liked that song, from the movie. I remember that. But it was just one of those where I'm like, oh, there's certain ones that like you brought up, like, oh, RJ, that's interesting. He was on RJ's radar. He had stuff from I Prevail and like A Day to Remember. I'm like, that makes sense. Like that stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's RJ.
Aubrey's brother used to say that, like, oh, you like Stars Born? Don't you like having anything? It's like, I appreciate other music too, not metal. That's a great movie.
No, you're very diverse. Okay, so you know what song I think is like a goat song for like quality is Love by Nat King Cole.
Yes. Anything by him is like gold.
Oh, so good. It's so good. I know it's simple, but it's so good. And then
that's not a Christmas song.
It's what people think Love is a Christmas song?
No, because it's Nat King Cole.
Oh, okay.
It's just reminding you people.
Got you. For the record,
there are millennials younger than us.
I feel like the one that's a little it's on brand for me, but maybe off kilter from people selecting this song was Location by Khalid.
I can see why.
It's a great
song.
It's a good vibe.
Yes.
Like sometimes you don't need love songs to be like everything I do.
Great song.
Do it. That's a good one too.
I forgot about that one. I have his vinyl somewhere.
Or On Bended Knee or End of the Road, Boys to Men. You got that type of shit. You got that grown ass R&B shit. That's good too. But no, locations are good. Just good chill vibe. Like send me your location. I don't know why I'm going karaoke on this, but if there's any episode I would go karaoke.
I think you should do karaoke the Trapped in the Closet, all 12 parts.
Oh God, I know. Although he's technically probably canceled at the moment. Somebody from our live stream said that the Trapped in the Closet series was.
I remember when that came out, and I was like, "What?" But then it was another part, and like, okay, yeah, all right. Then like part 8 came out. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I have to watch 9 and 10 now. Oh fuck! Oh, 2 weeks. I gotta wait 2 weeks for this shit.
Yeah, that was like some good social media marketing before that popped off.
Yeah.
You know, he's an asshole.
I mean, now I watch him like this is cheesy as hell because he's like, I'm approaching the closet, making my way to the closet. Crazy. I'm gonna open the closet. It's like, okay.
Did you ever see The Surviving R. Kelly?
I haven't yet. I don't think I want to.
No, I mean, honestly, you could watch one part and get the gist because it's kind of the same repetitive. It's just disgusting. Is the only time I've actually took music on my phone and deleted it. I've never like, you know, there's different people. Like we talked about one time with Chris Brown, right? He's done some shitty stuff, but I'm like, okay, I can get past that. Or I have a couple Michael Jackson songs.
Yeah. But
like him, I'm like, no. Although I will tell you one R. Kelly song story because it is kind of funny. And it's a song that, besides the whole cancel stuff, I wouldn't listen to in the car. It was a good song. Ignition. Did I ever tell you the story?
No.
So this song, Ignition. It's a good catchy song. Obviously, he's a fucking asshole. Disclaimer: like I'm not trying to bring it up for that. It's more of a funny story about me. I'm being a selfish motherfucker. Okay, so
not like R. Kelly.
Not like R. Kelly. Okay, so I was doing craft shows back in the day. I was
not
down
crack shows.
Craft. See, I told you the jaw. CRAFT, craft shows. I used to do stuff with my dad. Anyway, I was doing my own show in Albany, New York. If you know, you know. Empire State Plaza. There's like an underground tunnel. The workers go there. I had a booth there all week, and it was Friday, and I was packing up, ready to head home for the weekend. It was right before Christmas.
Those tunnels are so freaking cool.
Aren't they?
Yes.
Dude, it's like, people say it's really like apocalyptic. I think it's awesome. I think it's weird that you can go from the State Museum to the state capitol, and then you can take a little side tunnel. There's a performance venue where the egg is, and then you go all the way down to the Times Union Center in the tunnels. Like, that's just, it's wild. It's just wild that there's this whole like little underground city that you can go to.
Yeah, there's arenas in Jersey like that. Like the Civic Center wasn't as crazy like that.
Like what, Glens Falls?
Yeah, but it brought me back to like, oh wait, they still have these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, down there there'd be like events and shows and whatever. So you'd have a booth, and I'd have my little stand, whatever. So anyway, this was a Friday, the 21st December. I remember very vividly.
Winter. Yes,
right before Christmas. And I was going on 787. If you know, you fucking know on that too. Northbound, rush hour. And my car, I had a 1996 GMC Yukon. It's my first car. And it was filled to the gills. So I couldn't see anything in the back. And I had 10-foot 2x4s on the right side. So my passenger mirror, I could not see either. Okay. I'm driving, and on the radio on like the little like Fly 92.3 mix, because it was like the commute mix, was Rick doing Ignition. Okay. So I'm vibing. I'm like, yeah, it's Friday. I'm Ignition. I'm in my car. And then all of a sudden I hear and all my lights lit up like the 4th of July while I'm going like 65, 70 miles an hour. And I'm in the left lane of a 3-lane thing on 787 after the whole intersection where it's like I-90, like that whole intersection in Albany. If you know, you know. And so I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I tried clicking over. Mind you, I can't see from my back, barely, and I can't see from my right. So that's just by the grace of baby Jesus, stonk Jesus. If you saw my TikTok, you know. And I just clicked to the middle. I clicked to the right, and I got into the lane in Manans. If you really know, you know. And my car died. That was the end of my Yukon. Oh, no, that wasn't the end. I kept it for another 2 years. But I had to replace the engine. Long story. But yeah, it died. I had to get a tow 86 miles. But I was like stuck on the side of the highway. But that song came on. And I thought that was the song that cursed my car. So whenever I'm in a car, up until the whole cancel culture and got rid of the song, I would always skip the track in a car. If I'm at my house, I listen, but in the car, I would not play that song.
Maybe don't listen to your house now. Jeez, I'm not gonna.
I don't listen to it ever because
I'm
of
gonna
the
wipe
whole...
that song.
No, I used to kind of dig it. It wasn't like my favorite song, but it was like a good song before like Surviving R. Kelly. But anyway, very long story about that. So there you go. Do you have any stories of songs? I feel like I'm just like spilling my autobiography here.
I don't. I mean, okay, I'll say this. All the Linkin Park songs are about one person, and I think you know who I'm talking about.
Okay, that person?
Yes, that one.
Okay. That's fair.
I have 3. I have Numb.
Mm-hmm.
I have Pushing Me Away, or Pissing, as they say, because they take out the U. So it's Pushing. Pushing? Pushing. What do you think it says? Pushing?
Pushing?
Pushing Me Away, live in Texas version. And A Place for My Head.
Oh, I didn't listen to that one.
Oh, that's
okay.
He goes hard. Rest in peace. He goes hard in that one.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my breakup songs are about somebody that I know, but those 3 are about one person.
I didn't really send any breakup songs. Oh, I did send one. So I have Love Drunk by Boys Like Girls.
That's like a happy breakup song.
I know. I just remember like I had a breakup. I was with a girl. I won't lie. I thought she was like the one. Mind you, this was like 4 years before I met my wife. So don't worry. No conflict of interest. But yeah, no, I thought she was the one. And like, I was definitely sad. And we tried a couple rounds of it. And so I remember my cousin, shout out to Shawnee Boy. He's like, this is a really good breakup song. And then is really happy. Mind you, it was 2009. So things were a lot more energetic back then. And then a love song from that relationship I put on my list was Love Story by Taylor Swift. Now, what sucks is, right, I think it's a good song in that context back when you're like 18 and in puppy real love kind of stuff. But nowadays, it turned into a meme. So now I feel like when I say that, I sound like a total buffoon.
TikTok.
But it used to not be a meme. So I feel like I'm not lame at like it's in context of things. You know what's another example of a song that's been ruined by memes, but I actually used to love it all the time, was All Star by Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
Because I have in my yearbook as my favorite song. But back then, it was kind of like a cool nostalgic throwback that you dug. Like, yeah, this is cool. Hanging out, right? Now it's such a meme. I look like a total ass. I mean, mind you, All Star is not my all-time favorite song anymore. Things have matured in my life.
So.
Yeah, it has. I have a lot more stuff. But it's funny how things can happen that way, where a song will change based on what the internet does to it. Good or bad.
It's true.
What goes into a good love song?
Feeling.
Yeah.
Has to be there. I would say lyrics can be cheesy to an extent. I would give it that. They can be corny to an extent. Don't get too corny. We don't actually have any examples. We already talked about the old time. We don't really have any cheesy love songs. No, I would say old school love songs are definitely pretty cheesy. Not the Beatles. I think Beatles definitely deserve the love.
All you need is love. Mwah.
Yes.
Chef kiss.
That's like that should be the all-time love song.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some cheesy old school love songs. I mean, Elvis has some. I'm not big on Elvis, but and I respect.
That's an episode and a half.
I respect him, but I'm not big on him.
Elvis overhype.
Oh yeah, he's weird. You talk about R. Kelly. I've sent you this video. There's a video of him going into the crowd and kissing every woman in there, and their husbands are just like, "Yo, go ahead, whatever." Kissing and they were lining up. And
he was the first OG rock star. So I feel like back then they're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's crazy.
Going up and kissing them all.
Was that like Vegas Elvis or like old school Elvis?
I couldn't tell. It was like in the middle. As the band just keeps playing the one song, and then he gets on stage and goes, "All right, wrap it up."
That seems about right.
Okay.
You know what song is kind of corny that's a love song? Is I would walk 500 miles. Listen, I know
that's been memed for me. I can't listen to it because of Family Guy.
Yeah, it's such a meme.
Da, 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 da.
Do you think Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba is a love song?
Chumbawamba. I haven't heard that in a while.
Ugh.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
And then it's funny, like Beautiful, right? People think it's a love song when it's about masturbating. We talked about getting James Blunt on the show.
Yeah, it's because his Twitter is so funny.
Okay, explain this. Cause I never really dove into Twitter.
I was watching, not a sponsor or a friend, Rumi Official, and he was doing most overplayed songs or most popular songs that did not hit number 1 on Billboard.
Oh, that's an interesting one,
isn't it?
You have to find that link.
Yeah, it hit like Wonderwall was like number 2. There's a couple other ones that were like number 5 or something.
Right, they peaked right before hit 1, right?
Yep. And so James Blunt was there, and of course, Rumi agrees that he's kind of a meme now, and his voice is kind of annoying. But he goes after people on his Twitter, and it's great. Like he was like, "Oh, I have a new album coming out." He's like, and then somebody's like, "Oh, I bet you sound like crap again." And he goes, "Well, those 200 million records I sold aren't helping you at all." I'm like, oh shit.
Roasting like the Wendy's account?
Yeah.
Wow.
He roasts people. I think that would be a fun interview to do.
That would be. I don't know. I feel like the one-hit wonders or like the legends of the 2000s need their day in court because I feel like 90s people always get like the press circuit. In the 80s, they milked the 80s music. Listen, this is a hot take. I get that the 80s had good songs. I get it. But people are a little too much about the 80s.
Oh.
I don't know. Am I being a little wrong? Like just a little bit too much hype. Like it's fine, but I feel like there's a lot of slappers in the 90s that we ain't talking about. It's finally getting some love because the people that appreciate the 90s are finally in the limelight to have this attention be brought about, aka millennials. But also, honestly,
the good millennials, though.
The good millennials. But the other thing, too, I think the 70s have just as equal slappers as the 80s. And no one's willing to talk about it. Because, like, the 80s, obviously, there was Michael Jackson. And obviously, there was Prince. And obviously, there's U2. And obviously, there's Madonna.
But they all went to the 90s.
Right. The 70s kind of just got stuck in the 70s. And no one really, it's very rare any 70s people transcended to the 80s. And so, I don't know. It's a vibe. I think like you get your Bee Gees, you get your Fleetwood Mac, you get disco, you get R&B, you get some James Brown. Like it's just not that I know a ton of 70s songs, but I feel like if it's more like this, you play stuff from the 70s and I'm like, wow, these are some good hits. You play stuff from the 80s, like, they're good hits too, but like a lot of the 80s stuff was so dependent on electronic synthesizers. And mind you, I like electronic stuff. But when every 6 songs sound identical, I don't know. It's a thought. I'm not going to lay like my head on that hot take forever. But I feel like there's a little bit of we need to calm down on the 80s a bit. Just a little bit. We get it. You ran so far away. You wore your sunglasses at night. Like, we get it. We get working 9 to I get it. Okay, New Kids on the Block. I get it. But LFO Summer Girls slaps harder than any New Kid on the Block track. You want to know why New Kids on the Block? I'm not knocking it because obviously you need New Kids on the Block to get BSB and NSYNC. Like they had to start somewhere. But if you listen to the production quality, whenever they do Throwback Lunchbox on Z, they always at least play 1 to 2 New Kids on the Block songs in a given week. And the production is horrible. Like there's like a piano or like some riser that like, oh, that's cool. But then they bring the snare in that's like garbage.
Yeah.
Dude,
like a trash can.
Oh, and like it's so it's kind of like you could just tell that
literally.
Production.
I know what you're talking about because I had that sound on my keyboard at home. Literally the same fucking one. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. And this is not I know we're not showing love on a holiday about love. But for Christ's sakes, give it a break. We know that Eddie Murphy wanted to party all the time. These songs are like whatever.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But
that was Rick James, but yeah.
Yeah, super.
He was
freak.
there. Eddie Murphy was there.
God, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's obviously things from the 80s that are important. I understand that. But I feel like you could take a lot of the hair metal bands from the 80s and it's like, all right, it's fine. It's like stuff you hear all the time. But then like you hear rock songs from the 90s, I feel like they're actually like a lot more substance to it.
Like Kyle said, there was aggression.
Aggression?
Yeah,
but
it was still fun.
Some angst.
Yes.
Some teen spirit.
Some Good one. That's a love song. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's not.
It's crazy. So anyway, not to go. Okay, good. How about we wrap up the show this way? Because if not, we'll Joe Rogan it in the words of Hunter. What do you have planned for Valentine's Day?
I want to say one more thing about the song.
Yes, I'm sorry. Do the songs.
I wanted to tell you about "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran.
Oh yes. You had a thing about this.
She ran.
Hey,
congratulations to him. I mean, he called it on the streets of London. Like, I'm gonna do big things, and he is writing songs for Justin Bieber and Rihanna. And if they don't like it, tough. I'll make money off it. "Shape of You" was written for Rihanna, actually.
Yes, I've heard that.
And that's like at 4 billion plays on Spotify,
which is wild.
Yeah, I think "Love Yourself" is written for Justin, and Justin took it. But hey, Ed still gets money from it.
Yeah, royalty checks.
Mm-hmm. He's written a bunch of other ones too for people. Anyway.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx kind of discovered him. You ever hear about that?
Really?
Yeah, I have to find it. It was on a radio show. Jamie Foxx was talking about finding Ed Sheeran in like a show, and he like slept on his couch. It was really fascinating. But and then Nicole actually saw Ed Sheeran with Taylor Swift. Ed Sheeran was the opener back on the Red Tour in 2012.
18
vibes. Yeah, it was like A-Team only was like his only thing. It was Austin Mahomes or Mahomes. Remember that guy? He was like a one-hit wonder singer guy. Yeah, no. Austin Mahomes, I think it was. Anyway, and then Ed Sheeran and then T Swizzle. It was like her last. That was like that. We are never get back together again.
Before she went.
It was like the one that was basically a pop album that had a couple country songs, and then she went to 1989. I Knew You Were Trouble is actually a really decent song, and also 22. It's not bad for Taylor Swift. Not bad.
Anyway.
Do
you know the song "Wonderful Tonight" by Eric the Clapton?
Yes.
That's the modern one.
The Martyr?
Modern.
See,
it happened to me too.
Modern what? Perfect?
The modern "Wonderful Tonight" is "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran.
Ooh,
same structure, got the same guitar tones. I mean, different voices.
Yeah.
But I heard it a couple times. So I'm like, Mom, I told my mom this. I'm like, this is my generation's "Wonderful Tonight." We're going to remember this song. And she kind of looked at me and she goes, you know what? I have to agree once. Because she likes the old time stuff. But for once, she was like, I have to agree to that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's growth.
It's got the same tone. It's got the same kind of vibe to it. I mean, his song is longer than Clapton's, but I don't know. You just gotta listen to them back and forth, back to back. Jesus, it's what's that word when it's coming off you?
Yeah, it's oozing.
Fine, jizzing
all over your face.
What's the title to this episode? If I'm gonna jizz on your face?
No, Love Drunk. Yeah, we were Love Drunk.
Anyway, yeah, Perfect is our generation's "Wonderful Tonight." Just like Welcome to the Black Parade is our Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, facts. In Astro World's probably a close second, but it's not the same because it's a different genre. But I do respect it for what it is. Be careful
if that song comes on my wedding. I'll watch your drink take because I know you go hard with that song.
Black Parade or Astro World?
Black Parade. Okay. You go
or
hard.
Or Sicko Mode, not Astro World. That's an album. I can't fucking talk. I meant Sicko Mode. Yeah, no, I go hard on Black Parade.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
It's like, like the dinosaur on TikTok. I do that for Black Parade.
Every time that piano hits, like,
attention! Well, I just go into the whole thing. Oh shit. This is a fun episode, but I'm worried if the production quality is gonna be garbage. So to the fans, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. What's our plans for Sunday?
What's our
weekend?
The Weeknd.
Oh, he's on here.
Oh, yes. Actually, should we interject on that?
Yes, we should.
Okay, let's interject. So, if you weren't living under a rock, The Weeknd performed at the halftime show for the Super Bowl, and this is our first time on the air. Okay, you get it. Okay, great. What do you think of the halftime show?
I loved it. That was great. I mean, it wasn't a 10. It would be a 10 if he had somebody. But, man, that production was great.
Mm-hmm.
And his voice sounded really good. I know that's usually a problem at the Super Bowl is the mics.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he killed it. And I love that he used the whole arena.
Yeah,
finally somebody. I know last year they kind of just stay on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I know Lady Gaga did some shit, but
yeah,
he was like, no, let's do everything. Let's get in the crowd. Let's go down to the field. I don't know who came in on I was so confused. I'm like, is he flying? And then he was in there. I'm like, wait a minute. That tricked me.
Did you see the stat that they said the Weeknd ran more yards in the Chiefs offense in the first half? That was pretty funny.
And then those people were
bandaged up.
Yeah, from Us, because it looks like the people from Us.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I thought it was good, right? I don't think it was great, and that's not knocking him. I feel like you have to consider that in the world of COVID, he probably couldn't have a special guest. And also, I think on purpose, they made the stage be on, like, not on the field to save on, like, running people in and out for COVID. So they kind of made it stationary in one spot that, like, isn't being used a lot in the stadium, right? These are things you have to consider. I think people were looking at as, like, we're sorry, we're not going to have the production level of what Katy Perry did in Super Bowl 49. Mind you, love her or hate her. That show was fucking wild. But anyway,
that was one of the best.
That was one of the better ones. Yeah, that's just from like a entertainment standpoint.
Shark.
But The Weeknd, I thought was good. For some reason, his mic was acting up on Starboy.
Yes,
but then it recovered at that point. But that wasn't
always the problem. They can never get it right.
I know our buddy Mike Matrano was talking about it. I remember he commented, but he was like, "Yeah, something's off with the mic." I'm like, "Yeah, something's off." I like that the meme was there for "Can't Feel My Face" when he's running around in the tunnels. That was quite funny underneath the stage. And then, yeah, I feel like what it is you have to like The Weeknd's catalog, and I absolutely love his catalog, so that just works as well. But no, I was really happy with the show. I was hoping that like either Ariana or Kendrick showed up. That would have been fucking dope. But I'll take it. It's good. The real question is I'm surprised that these four artists have never been in a halftime show.
BTS, Weird Al.
Oh my god, BTS maybe eventually.
That would be a fun show.
They need to add more to their catalog though.
Yeah,
you gotta have like
they need more English songs.
You need like if you're gonna do a halftime show, I feel like you need at least 6 to 8 like big hits, and they have like only as far as American side.
Well, I know, yeah,
like probably 2. So not knocking them, but they just need a little more on the odometer. Weird Al, yes, people say Weird Al. I feel like that might happen eventually because SpongeBob fucking showed up a couple years ago. So, maybe this is the year that they get Weird Al one of these times.
There's a ton of petitions on Facebook for him.
Dude, they should, honestly, because White and Nerdy deserves to be at the Super Bowl halftime show. But the 4 that really blow my mind, haven't had any cracks at like a halftime show, is Drake, Justin Bieber, and I'm looking at it you gotta look at it as like, I know if you're not a fan of the music, but their catalog, their like importance in music of nowadays, right? So Drake, Bieber, Taylor Swift. I'm very surprised Taylor Swift has it. And then the 4th one I'm very surprised about is Rihanna. The fact that those 4 have never had any like shot at it blows my mind. And so
2-Man Embassy.
Yeah, 2-Man Embassy. I'm hoping that you show up. It's funny. I had this whole actually, this would be a good show down the line, but I was trying to think of like, okay, which artist should deserve halftime shows? And I was going by genre. And then EDM, I was kind of like, okay, who would it be the only ones that have enough of a like track record? Sadly, if he was alive, I think Avicii would have a real crack at it. I would only say like Avicii, Calvin, and maybe Zed. They'd be the only ones from at least like the level of music could pull it off.
And in non-COVID times, they could probably have every guest.
It probably could, which would be awesome. And then I was thinking about like, what's sad? And I feel like, okay, here's a band I feel like would have had a halftime show if it wasn't for the Nipplegate. Do you think Linkin Park would have been a halftime show?
Oh, yeah.
In the 2000s, mind you. That's what's sad.
I think they would have been a safe band, though. Like especially with, I thought they would be like a safe bet. Nothing didn't go wrong.
I'm surprised I would have felt that we would have had a Linkin Park Jay-Z halftime show if it wasn't for Nipplegate.
Probably.
That'd be a good show. Shows that should have happened in the 2000s that we got ruined to because of
they
Nipplegate.
went safe since then twice. They went safe after that with all the Who and Bruce and Rolling Stones. They're all good. Prince. But then they went safe with Justin when the Eagles won. That was like a safe show for some reason.
That was safe.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't remember what happened then that made them so safe.
I don't know.
They're like, don't do any guests. Just go in the crowd, sing your songs, bang, done. I'm like, it was great, but still, it was.
I know. I think like you said, Katy Perry was like, that was the best from an entertainment standpoint, and like the what the fuck moments between Left Shark, Missy Elliott, and then like the lion thing. Like that show was crazy. I always felt like the Bruno Mars Red Hot Chili Peppers Super Bowl in New York was off the charts. I thought Bruno killed that one. That was a good one. And then you were saying you weren't a fan of it, but from an entertainment standpoint, I thought it did okay. Was the J-Lo Shakira last year. Like,
so funny.
I thought that was actually, I had expectations when it first happened. I'm like, let's see how this goes. So I'm like, Shakira is only like 2 hits in my head, but she actually made it work. And so
people are hyping it so much after. I'm just like, no.
I could see that being a disdain a little bit. I would say like Maroon 5 was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, because once again, the mic.
And then 51, Lady Gaga was good. I'll give her that. But I think that was one of those, it was just her. And I think the NFL or whoever does the halftime shows need to understand, you need to bring surprise guests out. We get really excited when there's surprise guests. Like, just give us a surprise. It's once a year. Just do something cool. The world needs it. Or America needs it, because I know the NFL is not for everybody in the world. But you know what to do, NFL. You know what to do.
No, we don't.
So
the fans want do the opposite.
That's a TED talk in itself. So yes, I think unless you have any more thoughts on songs, I think we're in that wrap up period of the evening. So what do you got planned for Valentine's Day?
Well, tomorrow I have to do some work from home and laundry.
Work from home.
And then Sunday we're gonna get some Chinese, which is our staple. This guy will be fasting tomorrow for 20 hours and the next day for 20 hours. I feel like I need one, so that's what I'll be doing, plus working and laundry. It's going to be a full day for me tomorrow, and then Sunday's just going to be relaxing. We're going to get Chinese. We have the guest room open.
Oh.
So we have our old kitchen table in there. You saw all the rearranging.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So we have the kitchen table in there. We're going to sit in the guest room and light some candles, put the wedding playlist on, see if we like it, see if we vibe to it. Eat some Chinese again, because, Chinese is vegan, so.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I got her from Dent Can Store. Shout out. If you guys do, you might be listening. Who knows? But they had these stuffed animals for like $3. And one said, "You're Foxy." So it's like, yes, I got to get that. It's cheesy. It's funny. It's cute.
That's perfect for the holiday.
Mm-hmm. Of course, got chocolate. Duh.
You got to do that.
I got the Green Bay Packers shirt that you saw.
Oh, yes. I saw that. Shout out.
On a quiet night, you can hear the bears cry.
Subtle brag, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty dope. So that's cool. That's some good plans. For me, let's see. So I did a little bit of the gift stuff early because Nicole is she does not so much doesn't like surprises. She's just a snoop. So like if I wanted to do like flowers and drop off at her office, she would see, why do you spend this much at like 1-800-Flowers in the bank account? You gotta get a separate bank account. Gotta love married life, joint bank account. But anyway, I went to Hannaford and got her some keto chocolate because she's all about that keto life. And I got her some succulents, like a little XO, some like jade plant,
Shout out to Hannaford.
Shout out to Hannaford in the
keto and vegan friendly.
Yes, shout out to Hannaford. They know what they're doing. But yeah, no, she loved it. So I got some snacks, got some plants. I do plants instead of flowers. Not knocking flowers, but flowers are going to die. The plants keep growing.
You have to know if your wife likes flowers. If she likes them, get them. If not, get her plants.
Exactly.
That's the goal. Mine likes flowers, I get her flowers. She knows, okay, they're gonna die in a couple days, whatever. It's cool.
And then I'll actually tell you a story about flowers to close out the show, but I'll finish out my plans. So tomorrow night, we are going to, I've always wanted to go here in Middlebury, Fire and Ice.
Yes.
I've heard great things about it. Never went. So 2 weeks ago, we got a reservation locked down. So we're going and we're going to check that out. That's on Saturday. So then Sunday will kind of be just a lazy day, do our laundry, catch up. And that's actual Valentine's Day. I'm sure I'll get a bajelli, I like to call them, but a bagel at Olivia's. So
yes,
if you know, you know. I actually gave him a little shout out on my TikTok series. Go check it out. I have 300 followers now. So shout out to all the people that like.
I got some big things coming.
Yeah, he has some big things coming to his TikTok. He'll be up with me in no time in the follow count. But the wrap up Valentine's Day. When I was in the second grade, I had a crush on this girl. Her name was ironically Nicole, but they called her Nick for short, NIC. And I was like, ooh, I like this girl. Mind you, second grade. So I said, I'm going to get her some for Valentine's Day. And I told my mom, I said, you know what I'm going to do? Flowers die. I'm going to get fake flowers. So we went to Michael's and I bought a bouquet of like the fake flowers at Michael's. I gave it to her and I think she was sort of flabbergasted because it's the second grade. And then people made fun of me and said I had cooties and I was a loser. I remember crying because I got made fun of for getting her flowers. Long story short, we are still friends to this day. And she actually, at least as like 5 years ago when I brought it up in a conversation, she still has the flowers in a box because she said, I just find that amazing that the flowers never died. But yeah, no, solid girl. I knew her from when I lived in Idaho, and she's actually like a school teacher in Texas. So shout out to Nicole if you're watching. So yeah, that's my Valentine's Day story. I told you I got broke up in the 7th grade, and I gave fake flowers to a girl in the 2nd.
Nicole in Texas.
I don't know where in Texas. I just know that they're near Texas A&M. Because they go to Texas A&M games. That's all I know. So shout out to that. You have any Valentine's Day stories like that?
I don't have any V-Day stories.
No.
Trying to think if I have any funny relationship stories that were like, that's funny.
That's the thing. You have to like. There's obviously heartbreak and happiness. Like for me, I try to like pinpoint like the humor in it because that's what makes people relate the most. Like obviously, you're telling somebody you love them, or like I don't know. I'm sure you're like, oh, I don't care. Like, but like you kind of laugh, like, oh yeah, you got dumped on Valentine's Day, that dumbass.
That always happens.
I know. It's just. I mean, I will say this. I'm glad I got dumped on Valentine's Day in like the 7th grade versus like as an adult. Because I feel like that'd be more bone crushing.
Yes.
So, yeah, dude. This has been a weird but fun episode.
It was funnered.
We're just messing up the words.
Make a shirt now.
Yeah, all the shirt ideas. And then Hunter's like texting away. I'm gonna have to call him when we hang up. But anyway,
as long as his phone's okay.
Yeah, my phone's about to like die. We're gonna have to plug in. But listen, thank you so much. As always, we've had a hell of a ride the last month. We're gonna get more interviews on the way. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Chris from Wingman Sportsbook next Saturday, so that'll be fun. We're pumped out to that. And as always, go on wingmanoftheyear.com.
Is that the first crossover?
For us, it will be outside of Hunter.
Be a hybrid.
This is gonna be our first hybrid, and he talks about like degenerate gambling for sports. So that's gonna be a hell of a story. We'll have to probably like work on like the best stadium anthems or like
something, or just wing it.
Yeah, we could just wing it. Okay, wingmanoftheyear.com. Get your sports. What? I can't fucking talk. Get your shows, your blogs, merch. And your merch. Okay. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple. We're done. Have a good night.
Fix that and post.
Streaming Cassettes. Have a good night. Oh my God. Have a good night.